Welcome back to narsicloud.com, and today we'll be going over the AWS account creation. So basically, we need an account to be created to log into Amazon Web Services and to use the Amazon Web Services. So here are the things that we'll be going over today in our video. First, we'll just recap through the things that we have discussed in our last video, and then we'll be going over the types of cloud providers, not the very deep detail. We'll just name few of them, and then we'll be going through step by step the AWS account creation. And the next step would be we'll just going over the list of services available in AWS, and just to get a feel about the services, and then we'll just summarize the things. So let's start with a recap. So if we go back to the previous slide, in our last video, we have discussed about the cloud. Here we said that the cloud means it's a ocean of machines. You will have a lot of machines available at their data center, which is there means it's one of their cloud providers data centers. And then we have gone through this cloud interface. What is this cloud interface looks like? We're gonna see that in a minute. And then we have taken a couple of scenarios that how these three users were able to achieve their goals using the cloud services, using the cloud interface. So how easy it was to upload the files and to create the machines. So we have gone through a few of them in our last video. So today we will be seeing all of these practically. Practically we can see this cloud interface, how that looks like, and what is it, what do I mean by when I said that it's few clicks through that you can create machines in the cloud. I can show you that clicking the links, how does it look like, and how easy it is. And then we will just summarize what we have discussed in the present video. So okay. Um, so there are basically a lot of cloud providers today. So initially AWS came up with this cloud concept, and then other companies started doing that. So we'll just name a few of them, few of the popular ones. The most popular one is AWS. It got a lot of market share. And then Google has its own cloud, which we call it as a Google Cloud, and Microsoft has its own, which is Azure, which is Microsoft provided cloud. And also there is another one, CenturyLink. It started its own cloud. So likewise, there are many companies that are providing their own data centers as a cloud. So in this video series, like I was saying in our last videos, we will be going through the Amazon Web Services, and then once you understand the AWS concepts, it will be pretty much similar with the other cloud providers. It's all about, maybe interface could be a little bit different, but the whole concept is very similar, and you don't have to learn every cloud provider concept. Once you are familiar with AWS, then you'll just if you just skim through the other providers, you will get the understanding very easily. Let's start with AWS account creation. This will be the first step, um, where you get your hands dirty after that with the AWS, and you will do a lot of stuff with that. So let's start the AWS account creation. So here, so for this particular lecture, I created the screenshots because while creating the account, I have to provide some security information, some credit card and email address, contact information. This is a kind of sensitive information, so I don't want that to be recorded, and again spending time on the video to blur that information, so I don't want to waste time on that. So for now I just created these screenshots, so it will be very clear and very easy to create the account by yourself, but I'll just go through the steps real quick. So after that we'll use that account and to log into AWS, and we'll browse through the services. So the first step would be just go to aws.amazon.com, which is the home page where you can create your account very first time. And then later on, once you create the account, you will see a different page where you see the login to AWS console. So now, since you haven't created your account, you can go to click on create a free account. So that will take you to the login page where you're gonna give your email address here, and then you choose I'm a new user. So you got two options here: I'm a new user and I'm a returning user, and my password is. So basically, since it is the first time you're creating the account, you enter your email address and click on sign in using your using our secure server. So that will take you to login credentials page where you enter your name, and then you retype your email address, um, and then you provide your password and click on the create account. So that will take you to the contact information page where you will be entering your full name. So here actually you see two options: company account and personal account. So depending upon the scenario, you can choose either of them. But in our case, since this is a training video, I'm gonna choose the personal account, and you provide your name, address. This is just your contact information, and then the next step would be you have to provide the payment information. Don't worry about this credit card, that it doesn't charge anything to you. Just please enter your credit card number. So that is basically they maintain your account information, so that when you log into AWS console using when you have to use the AWS services, and few of the services are they charge amount um, based on your usage, because this is a pay as you go model. For example, if you spin up a new EC2 instances, and depending on the time that you have them running in running state, they will charge some amount to that to your credit card. So but for now, since this is we're gonna use the free tier eligible. So basically, once you create an account, you will be eligible for free tier for 12 months. So you will have a chance to use their services for free. So you don't have to worry about they're gonna charge your credit card like that. So this one is just make sure that you are properly registered to the AWS. So provide your credit card and that information, and then after that, that will take you to the identity verification. So here you have to enter these letters, whatever the image that you get, and then you provide your number, cell number. So that's so under that you will have the security code. So and then call me button. Once you click on the call me button, it's gonna call you number, and then it will ask you to enter the security code that you get on this page. And then once you provide that security code, then you will go to the identity verification complete. So basically your identity verification is successfully completed, and then it will take you to the to select your support plan. So here you will see different kinds of plans available. So for our case, I just chose basic because ours is just trying to see what services out there, and will be using free tier. And if it requires, we might be using some services which will be charged to our account depending on your interest. but if you would like to learn most of the stuff, we could learn as part of the free tier plan. So I just chose basic. So there are some other options available too, developer, business. So let's not worry about those options right now. So and then click on next. um, that will take you to the complete sign up page. So here you see you could provide this information. I mean, doesn't matter, but just personalize your AWS experience, customize your experience by sharing your profile and use case. So that's just for that information. And then here you see the list of tutorials. AWS provides a lot of short videos. You will get a better understanding if you watch them. But anyways, I'll be going over all those concepts in this video series, so you could still wait and watch this video series, or if you're so curious about, you can just browse through these videos and understand what is AWS exactly, and how the services look like. So here you see launching a Linux virtual machine, storing the files in the cloud, launching WordPress website. So like that, you will see a lot of videos. So for now, just click on the complete sign up. You're all set up to use your account. So once you're done with that, go to Amazon, AWS Amazon.com, and then create free account. So here, since I'm a returning user, I already created my account, so I'm gonna log in with that. Let's see, cloud at gmail.com. I'm a returning user, so enter my password. So click on sign in using our secure server. So this is the cloud interface that I was explaining in our last video. So see, you can see all the services here under the, so you can see basically different categories. Under compute category, you can see EC2, EC2 container service, Lightsail, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda, and Batch. So don't worry about all of them right now. We'll be going over each and every service in detail to the required level that you will be able to use them at your work or professionally, or if you would like to experiment with AWS, you will get that understanding. So in our last video PPT, if you go here, uh, like I said, this is the cloud and the bunch of machines, right? So when you on this interface, compute, I said, you click on the compute, and when you spin up the instances, it's gonna launch the machines on one of these hardwares. So you can see that right now here. What is this compute link is looking like. You come here, and then on compute you see EC2 elastic container, um, cl elastic cloud container. So so basically this is all different options. You won't understand it right now, but just if you would like to browse through the services, elastic compute cloud, that's what they call it as EC2. um, So Elastic Compute Cloud means basically, um, you have all your machines in cloud, and you're doing some computation in the cloud, and that is elastic. Elastic in the sense, as the load increases, you could spin up more and more number of machines. As the load decreases for your service, those can be shut down. So it's basically elastic. You can expand or contract depending on the load. So that's why they're calling it as an elastic. So likewise, basically we can see a lot of other services here: developer tools, Internet of Things, and storage. Like I was saying in the last video, that that user wants to upload all their photos to cloud. So this is the service they're gonna use. They're gonna use to upload their photos to S3, and there are different types of options in storage. And in the database, in the other scenario that I was explaining, um, he would want to move his database to cloud. So here, these are the services automatically providing all the database services, and the backups, everything is taken care by AWS. So here RDS DynamoDB, it's a NoSQL. RDS, it's a SQL based. Elastic Cache. Um, so that is one of the services where you could store the information in cache, and which could be shared by different applications. And there is another content here relating to the security. So after spinning up your new machines in the cloud, you would want to secure them. You would want to put them onto some network where it won't be accessible to outsiders, to the world. It will be accessible to only how it's been configured. So that kind of things, network related access security, you'll configure that here. And migration, these are all different services so, and then security, identity and complaints. So this category basically maintaining all the users and roles for each user, and you can create roles for AWS resources itself. For example, you can create a new machine and assign a role to it, so that that EC2 machine can talk to other AWS services using that role. So if you assign, if you give the permissions to that role, that it could talk to S3, for example. If you give that permission to that role and you assign that role to that machine, then machine can talk to S3 without requiring any password. So that is one of the concepts. So don't worry, right now I'm just giving some introduction how this cloud interface is going to be used. I will be going through each and every service in detail by taking the practical scenario. So you please stay tuned for that one. So you'll definitely understand by the end of this video series. You will be comfortable using AWS. So I assured that. Um, so under each category, so basically it's identity access management. So where you see all groups and users. Right now, no users are created, but so once you are going through these videos, then I will start creating few users to demo the IAM functionality. And then if you come here, you can see other services like application services. Analytics is one of the popular services here. um, and there is another service called cloud formation. So basically, so management tools, the cloud formation is one of the popular tools. So basically, here you could create a template kind of thing, and you could share the template. So basically, when you run the template, it's gonna create all the resources that is specified in that cloud formation template. It's going to create all of them for you. So once you create the template, that can be shared by many people, and without having to go through all the manual steps. So spinning up new instances, I mean spinning up new machines, for example, or creating users, or creating roles, everything can be done through templates. So that is very interesting concept. We'll be going over that in the upcoming videos. So likewise, you got the feel of this cloud interface, right? So as soon as you log in, you come here. If anytime you would like to go through the home page, you click on this, or you could click on here. You can see all the services here, or you could search by uh, service name. See cloud formation, would like to, or EC2. Then anything, you can just search by name. So that is fantastic actually. It's very easy to use, and just build things just like that within few minutes. um, Basically, this cloud itself changed the world a lot. It is taking the world forward. um, um, very fast, and you're able to materialize things just like that. So it's all because of this trend. The cloud trend changed a lot the way developers think, the way the companies are thinking about their business. It completely changed. So I am overwhelmed by this. Actually, I'm completely amazed when I learned the cloud concepts. I was so excited actually. So that's what when I started decide when I start deciding to teach the things. Um, I chose these cloud concepts because it's very interesting. It gives you a lot of boost to move forward in the software industry, and it will let you experiment a lot of stuff that you would like to demo it to people, or you would like to bring it to the world. You can do all of that stuff very easily. So this is amazing. um, as Amazon Web Services is already popular, you can get a job very easily on this using this technology. So that will be very very helpful for you guys. And I think that's all I have for this video today. So I think we've gone through what we have described here. AWS Account Creation. We have glanced at the AWS View services. So what we have learned today. So we have learned today how to create an account with AWS and how to log in using that. And then we are and then we know that how to go through different services in AWS, and we learned that how does the AWS cloud look like, uh, the interface looks like, and then we have gone through different services, different clicks. Each click will take you through different service, different will give you the different options of that service, and you can play around that. So yeah, yeah, feel free to go through these services and get comfortable, get some hands on them. And then in the next video I'll start with the compute category, which is very 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 important. So please stay tuned for that. I'll be uploading that in a couple of days. And then this is very base foundation that you need to have before you go over any other services in AWS. So please spend some time on the upcoming videos and try to understand. Once you are comfortable with that, then only go through the next videos. So okay, that's all I have, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you like this video, please click on the like button, and please do subscribe to this channel. And you will get to see a lot of useful information about different technologies. So okay, so I'll meet you in the next upcoming video, and have a good day. Thank you.